swappers, another video tutorial coming at you. This is another one of my 3D swaps that I'm taking to convention this year. I got this idea from the East Coast Stampin' event. The ladies gave us this little favor, a little table favor, and I loved it. So I thought I'd make up a few to go with my Ghirardelli chocolate squares. I did the milk chocolate with caramel, so I went and got a bag of those. Shoppers sells them here in Canada, in the Halifax area, so that's where I picked those up, little squares. I'm going to do a box that goes around it. And here is the little box. So the Ghirardelli squares inside with some glue dots. How super cute is that? This is the original. You probably saw pictures of this on my blog post from the East Coast Stampin' event. It's kind of stuck together because I ate the square. But that's the original that they did. So I'm going to do one up and I'm going to show you how I did it. I already have the Curvy Keepsake box. I wanted 2 of these. You don't want this part. So what I did was I just cut my cardstock accordingly and I ran this through the Big Shot with excess in the bottom square. Okay, now I left a little bit, so I think my cardstock was, gosh, how big did I make it? I know I measured it. I made my cardstock 3 by 4. So there's the 4-inch mark on this. So I made my cardstock 3 by 4, and then I sent it through the Big Shot, so I had a little bit of excess down here. And all I did, you can see the score line, I just snipped it to about 1/4 of an inch, and then I snipped it in on the sides. Okay? You can leave it a little straighter if you want to. It's completely up to you. But I have 2 pieces here. So that's using the Curvy Keepsake box. I am going to use kind of eclectic. And it's Pool Party that I'm using for the cardstock. So I'm going to use the same color ink. That one I put my label on already, so that'll be the back. This will be the front. There's my Starburst. I'm going to take the leaf. I just stamped it off a little bit. I'm going to fit these 2 pieces together. I'm going to use some fast fuse for that. Just on the bottom. Match those up, score line to score line, so that they'll fold over like this. I have from this set has a couple of butterflies in it. So in the smoky slate that I used for the leaf on the front, I punched the smaller butterfly, stamped him, punched him out, and then I used the designer buttons, the soft subtles, because I was using the Pool Party. And I used one of the smallest buttons in the middle there, you can see. And now I'm just going to take a glue dot on the back of my butterfly and my button. I'm going to put him in the middle of the Starburst. I've got some of the smoky slate thick baker's twine. That's one of the reasons I stamped the butterfly in the smoky slate. And the leaf was because I knew I had this particular twine to go around it. I really liked they used the strawberry slush, I think it was. One of the ones that's retired, and I really liked the thick baker's twine. And this is the only color I've got in that right now. So that kind of determined what else I was going to do. Oh, look what I did. I'll put another sticker on the back. No big deal. That's just my information for the back of my swap. So I'll be sure to put some more on that before I pack that up for Salt Lake City this week. I'm going to put a glue dot at the top and at the bottom, opposite sides. And I'm going to stick that in. This is going to fold over. So I'm going to make sure I line up my Ghirardelli with my score line. I don't want it to go over the bottom score line. And I don't want to crack it because it's got caramel in there. So I'm definitely going to have to pack these in my carry-on, right? I wonder if I can do that if there's food in them. Another thing I have to look up before I go. So the little flap, this one will fold over with the bottom. And just fold that top one over. Pinch that together so you've got this little lip here for your twine. And I'm just going to give that, I just did a double knot. I didn't do a bow. It's completely up to you what you want to do. I'm just going to cut that off. And then what I did, actually, I cut these a little shorter so that I could untwist it and fray my edges. So I just untwisted the twine back the opposite way and then frayed the little bit that unravels. There we go, and then you can trim that up if you need to. There is the super cute little boxers, the original, and they're the ones that I'm making up to hand out at convention. Super cute, and it holds chocolate. What could be better? Have fun and happy stampin'!